Hi there, and welcome to my sunflower square crochet tutorial. You can find the link to the full crochet pattern in the description below. So let's get started. To begin, we're going to make a magic ring. And we're going to chain 2. Now we're going to make 12 double crochet inside the ring. You can pull on the beginning tail to close the ring. And now we join with a slip stitch. And there you have your beginning round. Now we're going to chain 2 and begin the next round. And we're going to make 2 double crochet in each stitch around. And finally, we're going to join with the slip stitch again to end the round. Chain 2 and begin our next round. So now we're going to 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And 1 double crochet in the stitch after that. And we're going to repeat that around. And in our last stitch, we're going to join our gold colored yarn. And then join with a slip stitch to end the round. We can fasten off the color that we used for the eye of the sunflower at this point. Now we're going to chain 2 and begin our next round. So in this round, we're going to 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And in the next 2 stitches, make 1 double crochet, and we'll repeat that around. And now we'll join with a slip stitch again to end the round. And this is our progress so far on the sunflower. Next we begin our petals. We're going to chain 5. And now we're going to turn and begin working into the chains. In the first chain, the second chain from hook, we'll make 1 single crochet. And in the next stitch, we'll be making a triple crochet. And we'll be making a triple crochet stitch in the next 2 stitches. Now, to join this, we're going to skip the next 2 stitches on the round below. And we're going to join with a slip stitch into the stitch after that. Now we slip stitch again into the stitch after that, and we repeat the process that we just did to make another petal. And we're going to repeat that up to the last petal. So for the last petal, we're still going to skip the next 2 stitches on the round below. We're going to slip stitch into that next stitch, but we won't be making another slip stitch after that. And this is how our sunflower is looking so far. So for the next round, we're going to begin with a chain 1. And we'll be working into the stitches of the petals that we made last round. So for the first stitch, we're going to make 1 single crochet into the next stitch. In the next 2 stitches, we're going to make a half double crochet stitch. And in the stitch after that, we're going to make 2 double crochet. Now working around to the other side of the petal, we're going to make 3 double crochet, and to give the tip of the sunflower petal that really great point that it has, we're going to chain 3 and make 3 double crochet back into the same stitch. In the next stitch, we're going to make 2 double crochet, in the stitch after that, we'll be making 1 half double crochet, and finally in the last stitch of the petal, we'll make 1 single crochet. To join, we're going to slip stitch into the second slip stitch made in between the petals last round. And that's the end of one petal made. We're going to repeat this process all the way around. We're going to make a final slip stitch. Now we can fasten off our gold color because we're going to be attaching the contrast color that we use to make the square edging around the sunflower. So this is what our sunflower looks like. In the tip created by the chain 3 space from the round below, we're going to join our contrast color, and we're going to chain 7. After we chain 7, we'll be making a slip stitch into the chain 3 space of the tip of the next petal. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. Chain 7, slip stitch into the next chain 3 space of the petal below. Almost done. So we're going to make a chain 2. And in the space from the chain 7 that we made in the previous round, we're going to make a series of 8 double crochet. And again, in the next chain 7 space, we'll be making 8 double crochet. In the next chain 7 space, we'll be making a corner. So we're going to make 4 double crochet, chain 3, and make another 4 double crochet back into the same chain 7 space. And this makes a nice sharp-edged corner. So we'll be repeating the last 3 steps all the way around. So 2 chain 7 spaces that have 8 double crochet in them and 1 corner. Double crochet 4, chain 3, double crochet 4. And you'll notice at this point that your work may be curling a little bit. To help that, tug the corners and your work will stretch and relax a little bit. And after we make our last 4 double crochet into our corner chain 7 space, we're going to join to the first stitch of the round and fasten off. So this is our finished sunflower square. Again, give a good tug at those corners to help the piece relax a little bit and get rid of some of that curling. I hope you're happy with your sunflower square. There are lots of different things that you can make with these squares. The pattern on my blog does include a tutorial on how to make a blanket out of these squares, but you could also make them into a pillow, a scarf, or lots of other projects. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you love fun, free crochet patterns, please subscribe to my channel because I have many more coming up. Happy crocheting!